In this video, you'll learn how to choose between Tailscale and Cloudflare Tunnel for your VPN-style remote access, and when it actually makes sense to use both. By the end, you'll have a clear mental model of which tool fits which kind of job, so you don't waste time setting up the wrong thing. Let's start with Tailscale. Think of Tailscale as a tool that makes your devices feel like they're all on the same home network, even when they're scattered across the world. Choose Tailscale if your main goal is to be at home while you're away. For example, maybe you want to access your home PC, a private NAS, or a Raspberry Pi, exactly as if you were sitting on your own couch, connected to your own Wi-Fi. Tailscale shines in that scenario because it creates a secure private network between your devices without you needing to open ports or do complicated router configuration. Another strong reason to go with Tailscale is when you need full protocol support. This means you're not just using a web browser, you want to use tools like remote desktop, SSH, or other services that rely on more than simple HTTP or HTTPS. With Tailscale, your devices can talk to each other directly over a VPN-style connection that lets you remote into a machine, manage servers, or copy files in a very natural way without setting up complex rules or exposing services to the public internet. Privacy is another key factor. If maximum privacy is a top priority for you, Tailscale is usually the better choice. The way it's designed, your traffic is end-to-end encrypted between your devices, and there's no third party in the middle that can decrypt that data. This can give you extra peace of mind if you're handling sensitive information or you simply don't want any provider to be in a position to inspect your traffic. Tailscale also works best when your access pattern is device to device. In other words, you only need access for yourself or maybe a small trusted team. Everyone who needs access is willing to install the Tailscale app on their laptop, desktop, or phone. If that describes your use case, Tailscale gives you a simple private mesh network without much overhead. Now, let's look at Cloudflare Tunnel. You should choose Cloudflare Tunnel if you're sharing something with people who won't or can't install a separate app. Maybe you're showing your thesis project to classmates, or you're giving a treasurer dashboard to committee members. With Cloudflare Tunnel, you can expose a local web service to the internet behind a clean URL and let others access it just through their browser. Cloudflare Tunnel is also appealing if you want enterprise-style security features. It integrates with Cloudflare's web application firewall, which can help block common attacks like bots, SQL injections, or traffic from specific countries. If you're worried about your application being probed or abused, this layer of protection can be a big reason to choose it. Another advantage of Cloudflare Tunnel is browser-only access. If you want to log into private tools from a public library computer, a borrowed laptop, or a friend's phone, you can just open a browser and use a URL. There's no software to install, and you still keep your origin server hidden behind Cloudflare's network. Branding also plays a role. With Cloudflare Tunnel, you can use a static, professional-looking address, like a subdomain on your own domain, instead of a long or technical-looking internal address. That can matter when you're sharing links with non-technical users or clients. Finally, many developers in 2026 don't actually choose one or the other, they combine both. A common pattern is to use Tailscale for admin access, such as SSH, database management, and moving files between machines, where full protocol support and privacy are crucial. Then they use Cloudflare Tunnel for the front end, the actual website or app that users see, with a clean URL and Cloudflare's security features in front of it. So when you're deciding, think about who needs access, how they'll connect, what level of privacy and security you need, and whether you care about a polished public URL. Matching those needs to the strengths of Tailscale and Cloudflare Tunnel will guide you to the right setup or the right combination of both.